Hey everyone, Vintage Fan Collector here. And what you're looking at is a 2003 Concord Madison. This is a fan that I literally just got like 2 days ago. Yeah, I got it on Saturday actually for free from a family friend. And I also got a crown from the same house. It was missing the blades due to the remodel. I guess they ended up tossing the blades on accident, but the arms were on the fan, thank goodness, because I guess I could use other arms on these. I think it's just a standard spinner motor pattern, but you know, I'd rather have the blade arms the fan would have come with. And yeah, so I just used Casablanca blades because they're the same pattern, so it worked, and it actually looks really good. And these blades are better than what Concord offered. They didn't have a very great blade selection for these. They might have in the early days when these were a stack motor fan, but this is the second iteration of the spinner motor. First one looked fundamentally exactly like a Quorum QXL, and then they gave it this like unique switch housing and little different blade arms. They're skirted, and then after that they made this like really weird looking blade arm for these, and then they stopped making them all together. So this fan has a 188 by 22 millimeter spinner motor, so quite a hefty motor. I do need to replace capacitor. It is not as fast as it should be on high speed, but it still moves a good amount of air for what it is, better than the Hampton Bay Hugger that was in here previously. This is in my dad's room. Originally I was going to do something else, but I thought, well, it'd be kind of cool to put this up, at least for a little bit, just because I've never had a Concord fan installed. I have another one that's stack motor, but it's so busted up. I thought I left it behind the move, but I actually didn't. So I'm gonna need to chuck it to make space for other stuff. It's not salvageable at all. Anyways, so here's the light kit. It is not a three-way right now. I will probably change the pull chain to a three-way. It had one in there, but the chain was pulled out and it was stuck with the outer four lights on only. So I just threw in a on-off temporarily. And then this has two switches in here. Here's the fan on low. To start off, I really like the way this looks. I haven't had an antique brass fan ever really installed that I can think of. And I kind of forgot that actually antique brass does look really good. I'm just so used to doing polished brass stuff that I don't think about it. And I figured, well, why not do it in here? The crown is actually also antique brass, and I'm going to put that one up too. I think that's what's going to be in my grandma's room, which will complete the interior installations minus the garage. The last 3 fans I'll have are the 2 in the garage, and then the outdoor fan, which is actually going to be right there. So I am currently filming on my phone again because I haven't set up my computer yet, and I'd like to get this video uploaded. And to upload it, I guess I could import the video from my camera to my phone. It does have Wi-Fi, but this is just easier for right now until I get my computer set up. So I put a tassel for the ceiling fan chain and just a wood fob for the light. Probably won't have the light chain being pulled much, but I figured I would still give him that option in case he does turn it off at the switch or the pull chain every night. I don't know how he uses the fan here. Here's medium. Low speed is very nice. The capacitor for value for high speed is the one that's slipping. The medium and low speeds are what they should be. So pretty quiet. There's a little hum, but it's not bad. And it's a really well-made fan minus the blades it would have come with. Everything else about it is quite high quality. This was when Concord was still good. It kind of gave up after a bit. And I think now they're gone, or they just have been rebranded / consolidated into Sunset Lighting and Fans. I don't know if the phone is going to pick up the hum, but there's just a slight hum. And I did choose my set of 5 Casablanca shades on this. I think it looks really good like this. They actually offered a similar shade in 2003. I've got catalogs, so this exact combination could have been a thing that somebody would have ordered. And the light kit was already on here, so I just figured why not use it. I have 4 arms, I think, somewhere, but they already had a light, so 5 light it is. I think it'll be fine. He wanted a better light in here anyways, so this works. And here's high speed. So like I said, it's not exactly as fast as it should be. This is probably about 170 RPM on high, which it should be around 200 or more. I think these have a 15-degree blade pitch, I believe, or a 16, one of the two. Ooh, it's the AC just turned on, so it's gonna rattle a bit, I guess. Look at the light kit. But it still moves good air. I really don't have any complaints, but I am gonna get a replacement capacitor for it. When I do, I will make another video just to show the high speed as it should be. But I figured I would go ahead and just film this now, since it's not in such bad speed, or it's not so bad speed-wise that it wouldn't be worth filming. But yeah, there we go. I don't really have too much else to show about it. It runs well, aside from the slipping capacitor, but that is pretty common for this era of fan, no matter what it is. They just, all the capacitor suppliers kind of sucked in this time period. I think this looks really good with these antique oak Casablanca blades and this light, or the light shades. It's just a really nice combination all around. I'm definitely happy to have one of these. I really wish the stack motor one that I got was not destroyed. It was missing blade arms, the switch housing was crumbled because it's a really bad die cast or whatever, I don't remember. It was some kind of pot metal, and it was basically just broken in pieces where it mounts to the shaft. And there's no real good way to, I guess I could piece it together, but the blade arms are going to be nearly impossible to find because hardly anybody has ever seen the stack motor versions of those fans. In fact, these right here aren't that common. I've never really seen that many of them in person at all. Yeah, and the later version too after this, and the one before. Concord fans, at least here where I live, are not super common. So they probably are most common in California where they're from. But still, it's just, I'm glad to have a complete one, well, sort of complete. And eventually I'm going to get the correct screws and kind of drill the holes out, because I don't know if you can see, there is a small space in between the blades and the arms, because these have those stupid cylinders that line up the blades. Instead of having a thicker blade arm to make the hardware concealed, a lot of companies did a standoff that stuck up out of the arm a little bit, and that's what these did. And I tried to find blades for this and couldn't, so I was afraid it was going to wobble, but it doesn't, and it's hard to notice because it probably won't be off very often. So for now it's fine, but if when I have a chance to get shorter screws, since again those were missing, I will actually drill the holes out, and these will just become the blades for this fan, because I have a couple of sets of these for other Casas. I've got a lot of spare sets of blades for fans that don't have a fan they go to, so I'm not really worried about, you know, drilling the hole in these to make it larger. I don't care, because again, I have so many of these sets. So I think these will just become the blades for this fan because it looks so good with it. Like I have zero complaints with this combination. So anyways, I wish this was 4 or 5 bladed, but it's not. But in this case, I actually probably was going to put it with 5, whether it was 4 or 5 bladed or not. The stack motor, of course, would have been 4 or 5, but yeah. So that's really it, and I guess worth mentioning that it's got the really weird and unique Concord canopy that pretty much everything had for a long time, since like the late 90s. It is unique. I do like how it's larger, so that, you know, if you put a remote kit in there or something, you're not fighting for space or the wires and everything. So it's nice that it's larger like that. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. It's a cool fan. I'm gonna get it fixed with the capacitor and the blades, and then probably also put a 3-way chain on that light kit eventually. I just need to find where mine went. Because I'm still unpacking from moving, so it's been just a where the heck is this sort of thing all the time. Have to go piece together stuff for the Emerson and the Zephyr I'm putting in the living room. It's just so much stuff. So hopefully soon I'll be back into a normal routine. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you again for watching.